how to make your own bacon, and you don't need any special supplies. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need, where to get everything you need, and why you should do it. That's me, Jenny Spooner. Well, first of all, yes, that is me. Eating local, buying meat from a local meat processor and making it yourself, good for the environment, good for local businesses. It can be cheaper than Oscar Mayer. You make your own flavors. The first thing you need is pork belly. It's just basically a whole bunch of strips of bacon put together, and you can get it at a bunch of places. You can't just go into Jewel and get it, but if you go into places like Paulina Meat Market, Peoria Meat Market, your local Mercado, usually if you go up and ask for it, you can get a couple pounds. I start with 5 pounds, nice good amount. You'd be surprised how fast you can go through 5 pounds of bacon, because it's so delicious. You start with curing salt, half teaspoon of this stuff. Again, you can get this at the Spice House, Paulina Meat Market, online for sausage makers. It's not a porn site. A half cup of regular salt. It could be sea salt, it could be iodized, non-iodized, whatever you have laying around. Steal a bunch of salt packets from Burger King, mix that together, who cares? And then you're gonna need a handful of soaked hickory or apple wood chips or other kinds of wood. And the reason why you soak it is because if you just throw it on the coals, it's just gonna burn up. The wetness adds flavor. You're gonna need a big grill, not beach grills. You want a big ass grill, big rubber grill, because you're cooking with indirect heat and charcoal. You're gonna need charcoal, unless you have other flammable things laying around. The thing that takes time. So grab a good book, a good beer, or several, because it's gonna take about 3 hours if you're just sitting there and babysitting the grill. It gets kind of boring. 2 days before you're gonna smoke it, you're gonna wanna take that pork belly, rub the salt mixture on it, and put it in a couple Ziploc bags. You might have to cut it up. When you're doing the salt thing, you could add special flavors. I've done garlic, honey, orange peels, masala, spice, pineapple. If you like it on pork, you'll probably like it on bacon, so feel free to have fun with it and try new things. Then once you have the salt cure, optional flavors, start your coals. You don't really need a lot of coals to start off with because you don't need a big fire. Start them, get them all glowy and stuff, and put them on one side of the grill. Because the next thing you're gonna do is take your grate, cover it in foil, put it on top. Oh, forgot one step. You're gonna wanna put those wood chips right on the coals. Just a handful to start off with, and you're gonna add more as you go along. And then after the wood chips, you take the foil covered grate, put that on top. Opposite of the coals, put that pork belly on. Again, not right on top because you'll cook it. You'll turn it into ham steaks, and we want bacon. A little bit of the grease will cook off. Don't worry about that when you're bacon. It takes about 3 hours. If the smoke stops, that means you need to add chips. If there's no heat anymore, the fire died. So yeah, whatever. That's happened to me before. You have to be kind of diligent. After 3 hours, you have this ugly looking piece of meat. But as in many things in life, it's on what's on the inside that counts. So when you slice this thing up, it's going to look really, really pretty. The picture is not as pretty as it looks. This is really, really sexy bacon. You're gonna wanna cut it thick. Oscar Mayer cuts it way too thin. You're gonna wanna cut it about 1/4 inch thick because the thickness gives you better flavor, better texture. Cook it in a cast iron skillet, medium heat, or in an oven. It's a lot less messy. If you cook it in the microwave, I will hunt you down. And yeah, if you want, you don't want to eat it all at once because again, 5 pounds of bacon. You can put it in the freezer bag and keep it in the fridge for a couple weeks, in the freezer for a couple months. And if you can't go through 5 pounds of bacon in 2 months, you shouldn't be making bacon. You don't deserve it. That's me. My blog is baconjour.com or baconjour.blogspot.com. I'm going to put this annotated presentation up there with all the notes. So if you just got forgotten everything that I said, you can go there. Follow me on Twitter, Jenni Spinner. Thanks.